If your ADHD child seems to never listen, you're not alone. You tell them 3 times, you try being calm, then you lose your cool, and still nothing changes. Here's what most people don't realize. Kids with ADHD aren't ignoring you on purpose. They're not trying to be defiant. Their brain just works differently. And when we don't understand that, we end up in a constant power struggle that breaks connection on both sides. So today we're going to work on that. We'll look at the real reasons ADHD kids don't listen and what to do instead, so you can finally get cooperation without constant yelling or frustration or breaking your ADHD child's spirit. In this video, we'll cover when your child truly isn't doing it on purpose and what's happening in their brain when they tune you out. The specific strategies that actually work for ADHD brains to help them focus, remember, and follow through. And how to build calmer, more connected relationships where listening doesn't have to feel like a battle anymore. One day when my son was 5, I asked him with a lot of frustration, "Why aren't you doing what I asked?" He looked up at me, tears in his eyes, and said, "Because I'm a piece of poop." That's the first time it hit me that he might have ADHD, and it broke my heart that I had been acting so frustrated and upset with him. He wasn't trying to give me attitude. He was defeated. He wanted to do what I asked, but he couldn't. And every correction, every sigh, every time, "Why can't you just listen?" even if it was in my head but written on my face, was teaching him that he was the problem. ADHD kids need better support and a parent who sees the difference between won't and can't yet. When your child doesn't listen, it's easy to assume they're being disrespectful or stubborn, and maybe sometimes they are. But for kids with ADHD, that's not always what's happening. ADHD affects how the brain regulates attention, remembers information, and shifts between tasks. So when you say, "Go brush your teeth," and they keep playing, it's not that they won't, it's that their brain is stuck on what it's doing. These kids struggle with transitions, working memory and impulse control, the exact skills required to pause, listen, and act. When you start to see it as a neurological issue and not a moral one, everything changes. Your goal shifts from, "How do I make them obey?" to, "How can I help their brain succeed?" One of the most confusing ADHD traits is hyperfocus. When they're so absorbed in something, it's like the rest of the world disappears. They're not ignoring you. Their brain is locked in. Yelling from another room won't work because it literally won't register. So instead of shouting, walk over, say their name, and make eye contact before speaking. Use a calm tone and a gentle tap on their shoulder or a timer that counts down the minutes so that they have a flexible period to finish what they're doing. Whenever possible, let them finish a level, a page, or the scene before stopping. Transitions are hard, but if you give their brain a little time to shift gears, you're going to get far less resistance. The flip side of hyperfocus is distraction. When you give an instruction, 10 other things compete for their attention. The TV, the dog, a thought about Minecraft. It's not that they won't listen, their brain just can't filter what matters most. Here's how to help. Turn off the background noise and then give the direction. Keep it short. 1 sentence, 1 idea. I had trouble with that one. Have them repeat it back. This works really well. What did I just ask you to do? When you build the habit of getting their full attention first, you stop fighting against their brain and you start working with it. ADHD kids often want to follow through. They just lose the information before they can act on it. Working memory is like the brain's sticky note, and for ADHD kids, that note keeps falling off. So if you give 3-step instructions, put your shoes away, grab your backpack, and brush your teeth, by the time they hit the hallway, the plan is gone. Instead, give them 2 or even 1 step at a time. Write it down or use pictures. Meet your child where they're at. It doesn't matter their age, it matters what they're able to do. Teach them to sing what you want them to do while they do it so they don't forget. And celebrate their success. Hey, you remembered both steps. Nice work. That positive reinforcement helps build confidence and memory skills. Many ADHD meltdowns happen during transitions, stopping one thing and starting another. That's because shifting focus takes extra effort for the brain. Imagine slamming on the brakes every time you change gears. That's what it feels like to an ADHD brain. Here's how to make transitions smoother. Give countdowns. Okay, we're going to do this in 10 minutes. Okay, you have 5 minutes left. 2 minutes, 1 minute. It will depend on your child, and you'll get the idea with practice of what they need. But create routines so transitions are predictable. For example, every day after snack is homework time. Build bridges between activities. When you finish, we'll dance to your favorite song or do something else fun before homework. This gives them a little bit of a respite in between. Offer choices when possible. Do you want to stop now or in 2 minutes? Structure and warning give their brain time to shift, which means less frustration and more cooperation. ADHD kids thrive when life is predictable, not rigid but steady. If every day feels like a surprise, they spend all their energy reacting instead of listening. Create routines for the hardest part of the day. Mornings, homework, bedtime. Use checklists or visual schedules so the plan lives outside their brain and yours, not inside it. And when they follow the routine, notice it. Hey, you started getting ready all on your own. That's awesome. Structure and positive reinforcement are your best tools for long-term listening. Sometimes it's not the message, it's how we deliver it. If every interaction with your child sounds like a lecture, they'll start tuning it out automatically. ADHD kids need clear, kind, and direct communication. Say what to do, not just what not to do. Walk, please, instead of stop running. Give them a minute to process before you repeat. And most importantly, make sure they hear just as many positive comments as corrections, even more. A child who feels valued will listen far better than one who feels constantly criticized. Sometimes the real problem isn't that they won't listen, it's that they don't feel heard. ADHD kids spend their days being told what to do, corrected, rushed. By evening, they're emotionally spent. If we add one more command to the pile, they shut down. Instead of starting with a reminder, start with empathy. You really didn't want to stop playing, huh? This seems hard for you right now. You want to tell me why? Once they feel understood, you can guide them toward what needs to happen next. Connection always comes before cooperation. When a child feels safe, they can finally listen. If listening feels like a daily battle, it usually shows up again at homework time. That's when all the same challenges, focus, transitions, frustration come roaring back. So next, Let's talk about how to end homework battles for good. I'll show you exactly what to do when your ADHD child refuses to start, melts down halfway through, or turns every assignment into a power struggle, and how to build a system that actually works for both of you. Click right here to watch that video. You'll wish you had it sooner.